Ito mga hinuli ng China, it turns out that they were also they were scholars of China.
Scholars of China.
Students.
So ibig sabihin, sobrang galing natin. Binabayaran ng China yung mga mag-iispiya sa kanila. No? Masyado tayong sophisticated.
So we're trying to figure out, is this for real? I mean, how? Parang it almost sounds like
Sa experience nyo, Admiral, ano bang tingin nyo rito? Gaslighting ba ito? Ito ba ay tunay na espionage operation? No?
Or is it a tit-for-tat thing?
Okay, I was watching your interview yesterday. So, yung punot dulo niyan, yung sister city arrangement between
yes, sir.
Chinese provinces or cities
yes,
at saka yung ating provinces and cities. Yung so, kung ibabalik natin yung argument sa China, scholars nila to that means they underwent a vetting process
yes, sir.
before they were even sent to China before nung nag-scholarship sila. So yung history ng tatlo na yan, kabisado nila. So, yun yung butas ng nila ng allegation na spy yan. Pangalawa, I would agree na parang tit for tat yan based doon sa yung nahuli rin natin mga spy dito sa lately ng NBI.
Yes, sir. Sir, your second point, sir, if it's tit for tat, then it would appear, if it's retaliation, it would almost appear like an admission na we did catch some spies. Am I getting that right?
Well, basta tingnan niyo, balikan niyo yung statement ng Chinese Embassy mismo. Sila yung nag-connect
Yeah, yung concluding remarks ng Global Times. Kinonekta nila doon sa mga hinuli natin.
Not even yung merong statement yung Chinese Embassy regarding this incident at saka yung nahuli natin. So sila mismo in the framing nung nila nung pagkahuli doon sa China at saka yung nahuli dito sa Pilipinas, kinonect nila
Para sa purpose ng ating mga nakikinig, Admiral, paano nila kinonect?
Doon sa pagkakalatag ng kanilang media release ng Chinese Embassy, sinabi nila na medyo hindi ko na-memorize but basically sinasabi nila may relation yung pagkakahuli nila doon ng mga tatlong Pilipino sa China at yung nangyaring insidente rito ng pagkakahuli ng mga Chinese nationals. You have to read between the lines yung statement nila. At saka kung babalikan natin, yung nahuli ng una Palawas, nahuli siya ng October, di ba?
Yes, sir.
And pretty much quiet yung quiet naman yung incident na yun So, ang my personal sense is nahuli siya for a different violation. Nahuli siya for a different violation. Then, based on yung interview nyo, I think kahapon.
Yes, sir, kahapon.
Basically, hindi naman nag-surface yung issue na yun Kung dati, halos tagunga Until nilabas ng Global Times recently. Tapos pinagsama na yung dalawang nahuli lately, tsaka yung naunang nahuli no October. Tapos tinrame na nila na espionage yung dahilan nung pagkakahuli ng tatlo. Kung babalikan natin, yung mga recently na mga nahuli was only around early this year.
Yes, sir. Mga February,
okay. So kung titingnan natin konteksto, halos pareho dun sa ginawa nila sa Canada at saka sa US. Yung sa Canada, if you remember, merong nahuli yung anak nung CEO ng Huawei. Then ang ginawa ng China, meron silang inaresto I think 2-3 Canadians. Tapos charge din nila ng espionage. Okay, so sila yung naging bargaining chip para may balik sa kanila yung anak ng CEO ng Huawei. So kaya nga tawag natin dito, most likely, hostage diplomacy yan. So kukuha sila ng leverage hinipe up, intentionally hinipe up nila yung tatlong nahuli para mag-elevate sa public natin yung issue.
So because naglabas yung Global Times, which as we know is run by the Chinese state, because they wrote about it, is this now officially a diplomatic row? Can we call it that? Or minor issue lang to?
Hindi, the point there is in-elevate nila yung issue through Global Times para ma-catch yung attention natin. Kasi otherwise,
Meron ba tayong spy program? Alam ko nung World War II, meron tayong mga espiya sa mga Hapon. Saka yung counter-terrorism natin, pero local yun, domestic. Meron ba tayong history na nag-i-spy tayo sa ibang bansa? Kasi it needs special training. It needs very specialized training. And kailangan yung objective mo malinaw na malinaw. How to go about it.
Medyo difficult ang second country operation sa China kasi number one yung language. Pangalawa yung surveillance mechanism nila is very comprehensive doon. Okay? So mahirap gumalaw doon sa China if you're thinking of yung normal espionage activities. So I don't think this is yung what you would call a legitimate intelligence operation by our government.
Halimbawa, sa Beijing, yung kanilang mga CCTV, yung kanilang facial recognition is the most advanced in the world, no? At bawat sulok, merong CCTV na very advanced. Magtapon ka lang ng upos ng sigarilyo, huli ka eh. So, mag-espiya ka pa, ay lalo na. Pero, Admiral, pwede niyo bang i-compare yung profile ng mga nahuli natin dito as alleged Chinese spies at yung mga profile ng ating tatlong estudyante na inisponsor ng China na hinuli nila? Pwede mo bang i-compare para sa ating mga listeners, makita nila yung pagkakaparehas o pagkakaiba?
Well, as I said earlier, kung babalikan natin yung history ng tatlong Pilipino, they were originary scholars based because of yung most likely a memorandum of understanding or agreement between the province of Palawan at the Hainan province ng China. Okay? So merong may paper trail yung yung pagkakapunta nila sa China as scholars. Okay? Then meron normal background investigation of vetting process yan, I presume, bago nila inalaw maging scholars. Nakabalik na yan ng Pilipinas, then nag-apply, I believe, nag-apply ulit sa China for work.
Trabaho.
Ibig sabihin, yung paper trail nila back and forth from scholars, bumalik ng Pilipinas, then going back to China as migrant workers, hindi mo makakaila yung history ng tao. So traceable yan eh.
Admiral, may binabanggit doon na dalawang supposedly security agencies ng Pilipinas eh. Baka naman meron kayong alam na gano'n na hindi namin alam.
Philippine Spy Agency.
Non-existent agency. Baka naman meron kayong alam na totoo nga na gano'ng agency.
Gagawa ka ng intelligence agency na ang pangalan, Philippine Spy Agency.
Oo, meron. Baka naman totoo yan. May alam ba kayo sa gano'n, Admiral?
Obviously po, wala namang gano'n sa agency. So parang, di mo tuloy maintindihan kung nananadya silang i-joke time tayo o...
Ano ba ito?
Gino-joke lang tayo.
Kung ba ito, Admiral, in your face, parang alam naman nila yung mga spy agencies natin eh, di ba? Alam naman nila yung profile ng mga spies eh. Di ba? Hindi naman yung mga estudyante na sila mismo nagbayad. Ito ba ay talagang in your face lang para ipakita lang nila na kaya namin gawin ito sa inyo with impunity? Kaya wag niyong hulihin yung mga tunay na espiya namin. May ganun bang drama sila rito? Parang kinikis-kis sa mukha mo eh. Dahil China knows better eh. Alam naman nila kung ano yung ating intelligence agencies. Alam naman nila yung profile ng mga ng mga tunay na spies.
The entire bureaucracy is full of confidential intelligence funds. So from their point of view, lahat kayo.
Ano yan? Si Juan Bayan? At least kung magpapadala man tayo ng spy, papangalanganan natin na Piatos. O kaya papangalanan natin
ng ewan.
Tempura.
Ewan.
But by the way, tunay na spies, quote-unquote, because also they're denying it, di ba? Yung mga nahuli dito, hindi naman daw spies, nagtatrabaho lang
negosyante daw yan.
Oo, exactly. So, we also don't know. Pero sabi nga ni Admiral, go ahead, Admiral.
Well, number one, yung first question, kunin niyo yung subliminal message. Ang sinasabi niya, ang vulnerability niyo, yung migrant workers niyo, doon ako bababa.
Yes.
Yun yung message niya actually.
Ingat
Kaya
kayo.
nga, kumbaga, very blatant and very almost illogical yung charge. Eh. Ang sinasabi niya actually, if you read between the lines, is kaya ko kayong balikan, ang pagbalik ko, migrant workers ko ang titirahin ko. Okay. And magbilang-bilang na tayo kailan yung migrant workers natin doon kasi yun talaga vulnerability natin. Okay.
Admiral, anong dapat gawin ng ating gobyerno in the light of this developments? No? Kailangan ba nating i-review yung ating mga sister city projects? Medyo marami yan, lalo na ng panahon ng previous government. Ano yung mga kailangan nating ayusin para ma-mitigate yung ganyang klaseng mga threats?
But also in the short term, paano matutulungan tong tatlong to that are detained?
Well, yung tatlo muna, no? There is a protocol for that naman by our department, I believe by the Department of Foreign Affairs who dealing with incidents like this. Okay? So let's let the DFA do its work in terms of I believe it falls under, I may not be sure, I'm not correct, if I'm correct, but it falls under consular services na eh. Looking up, or yung Department of Migrant Workers natin can look at it as well. Para desecuritize yung issue. Okay. On the other question about the sister city, we've done a study of that sa school. Ang problema kasi natin dito sa history ng sister city arrangement o sister provinces, number one, yung history niya, very minimal yung oversight by, let's say, DFA or DILG dito sa activities na to. So, parang anong nangyari dito, we are allowing our local government units to conduct their own foreign policy initiative without adult supervision by the national government agencies like DILG and DFA. Pangalawa, ang kasulatan lang kumbaga nagsusupervise dito sa arrangement na to, isang memorandum from the DILG. Which I think it should be elevated to something much higher na type of document para at least magkaroon ng interagency oversight over this type of activities. Kasi tumatawid siya minsan, particularly if yung arrangement is cultural exchange o minsan scholarship program, tumatawid yan sa trabaho ng education. Then minsan pumapasok yan sa trabaho ng DFA, papasok din yan sa trabaho ng DLG. And obviously, ang pinaka-overlay dyan, security consideration. So hindi
Pero Admiral, kasi yung sistemang yan, alam ko, simula nung pagkatagal-tagal na, for decades now, matagal na existing yung sinasabi nyo na LGUs, working for sister city or sister province relationships. Ngayon lang naman kasi tayo nagka-problema. Dati naman kasi lahat kaibigan natin. It's a pretty benign arrangement. Sino ba naman mag-aakala na magkakaroon ng ganyang problema? So you are supporting, and meron ngayon mga calls actually, mostly from security officials, na i-review nga yung sistemang yan, sister city arrangement. Pero, paano naman yun? China lang ang epektado actually.
That's
Are we
correct.
going to make gagawa tayo ng national policy na
blanket
actually
policy.
ang target lang is China?
Hindi naman. Tama ka rin Ami doon, no, na hindi lang naman China, may sister city arrangement tayo. Meron din sa US. Meron din sa...
Naparami, ayos pati sa Europe
Yeah. So, tama ka naman doon. So, maybe, kailangan lang talaga i-review yung particular, yung sa China lang. Kasi babalik pa rin yan sa kung titingnan nyo. We had problems with Pogo before. Ang atake niya through economic investment kasi nakapackage sa economic. Then we have this sister city arrangement. Ang atake niya, socio-cultural. Okay? Na ano. And yung sa dagat, yung sa West Philippine Sea, baka sa atin naman yun. So, kung makikita nyo, multi-front yung approach nila sa Pilipinas kung paano tayo i-influensyahan. So itong na to, itong incident involving yung tatlong Pilipino, is just one aspect of it. Kumbaga.
Admiral, may precedent na ba na ganito na yung isang bansa may nahuling alleged spies natin, tapos may nahuli tayong alleged spies nila, tapos magkaroon ng spy swap?
I was going to say prisoner swap ba ito?
Dito ba, meron na ba ganyang precedent? Ikalawa, kung doon papunta ito, handa ba tayo na pumasok sa ganyang klaseng framework? Dahil baka magmukhang inaamin natin na meron tayong spies sa China pag pumayag tayo sa isang spy swap. No?
Sa tingin ko, hindi. Kasi gaya ng sinabi mo, medyo dihado tayo doon sa ganung arrangement. But remember, hindi lang naman ito yung we should treat these three Filipinos as parang hostings ng China.
Okay.
Sir, pahabol na lang. I'll back up a bit. Kasi yung allegation ng China is that, for example, Sarbanes conducted close-range surveillance taking photographs near Chinese military facilities. I'm wondering lang, at this day and age, meron pa bang value yung pagkukuha ng mga picture malapit sa instalasyon?
Click.
Hindi ba
Ako
pareho siya?
marami kong ganong picture.
Pero it's the same accusation as the Chinese guy who was detained here, di ba?
Actually, that's also a good point.
He was taking photos daw of the AFP facilities.
But he had
Pero mas sophisticated yung kanyang equipment.
He had equipment at the back of his
At the back of the car.
Hindi
So
siya taking pictures.
when you think about it, it's the exact same allegation, but that both sides are, throwing at the other right now. So kaya nga, sabi nga ni Admiral Ong, naging tit for tat.
Pero sir, yan, that question, meron pa bang value yung gano'n na, I remember that Cold War is very Cold War.
May mga maliliit na camera, di ba? Kukunin mo yung agenda sa Storycon.
May value pa ba?
In the
Hindi
age
sa
of
labas.
satellite surveillance and all that, would you still ask your foot soldiers to take pictures?
Hindi, on-the-job training. Para sa mga
sa
juniors.
low-level spies.
Kasi yung Chinese methodology ng intelligence is different from the West. Yung West kasi, ang approach nila is look for that high-value person na may access to information. Tapos you try to recruit that person. Okay, so sa China, hindi. They're not looking for the high-value person. Ang ginagamit nila yung kanilang sariling nationals. And they give them tasks. Tapos, pichi-pichi lang yan Then they will try to collate yung lahat ng small data and create the big picture. Okay? So, yung allegation nila sa atin actually, yun yung gawain nila. Kung titingnan nyo sa US, ginagamit nila Chinese tourists, talagang tourists. May dalalang camera at kumukuha ng picture sa mga kampo sa mga American tourists.
Pati balloon.
So, parang yung gawain nila, yun yung ginagawa nilang justification para isisi din sa ating mga people.
Tsaka Admiral, ang kaibahan yata rito, yung mga nako-convert nila in support of China, hindi lang tatago, pinagmamalaki pa nila Nagte-testify pa nga sila sa Congress at tinaamin nila na nag-train sila para maging vloggers mismo sa China. So medyo iba
Tumalon na yung issue.
Medyo iba.
Iba na yun. Ibang hearing na yun.
Related yun. Related.
Usually
spies nagtatago Dito hindi, nakalantad
Oo nga Pero that was the one-off trip daw, sabi nila, to China. To train on digital storytelling.
Maraming ganong program ang Chinese government. Marami sila.
Kaya wag ka pupunta sa China, baka mapagbintangan ka.
Okay. On that note, we will leave that conversation. Thank you so much for joining StoryCon again. Retired Rear Admiral Romel Jude Ong.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Salamat,
Thank you, Admiral.